Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good affy, and goodness gracious me, welcome to a bit of Spyro Reignited Trilogy, or what may be the final two parts, depending on how I edit it, because we might actually be doing one big part. I'll have to see. When I did the final part of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, or rather a bit of that, it took a while to upload, and I think I had to upload it over the course of 2 days, but anyway, because we are doing the final parts of this series, I'm going to be treating myself to a nice bit of beer, as is custom with a bit of. Whenever I finish one of these, I crack out one of these heavy metal beers to have a bit of a celebration. There will be drinking games involved to help me drink it, because I don't like alcohol very much, but I like the bottles and things like that. So I've got to empty it first, and I'm not going to pour it down the drain. So I'm going to be drinking this Iron Maiden Trooper beer, which was crafted by Robinsons. Its alcoholic volume is 4.7%, and it's based on the Charge of the Light Brigade, which is the theme of their song "The Trooper," in which 600 cavalrymen had charged to their death against the Russians, I do believe, on what was false orders, or what was misunderstood orders. So it was quite a horrific thing, as I'm sure you can imagine. So I drink this in memory of them, and of course to the many men and women who died during the Battle of Twilight Harbour. So we're going to be having a nice slug of this. I have to say, I love the cap as well. It's got one of the Iron Maiden versions of the beast. It's green, it's got horns. You can't see it, but whatever. So let's boot up the game, and I'll have a quick taste of it while we do that. It tastes pretty much like any sort of lager I've ever had. Actually, the aftertaste is quite nice with this one, I've got to admit. Actually, that's not bad, because I find I don't drink very much alcohol, so it's quite strong and acidic for me. But that actually has quite a nice creamy aftertaste almost. It's got the texture of cream, but not the taste, so that's quite interesting at least. Now, to keep things back on Spyro, I've also got one of these Spyro cable guys, which you're not going to be able to see because the lighting fucking sucks. But I absolutely love this. It's from the shop Menkind in the shopping centre Merry Hill. So that's in Wolverhampton, thereabouts. And I picked up 2 of them. They're 25 quid each, but if I got 2, which I did, they were actually 20 quid each. So that wasn't too bad. So I saved myself a tenner, and I got a Crash Bandicoot one as well. So that's awesome. I will probably display those on my desk, and they can hold my phone, camera, all that. Why do I keep saying camera? Whenever I rehearse this intro, I'm always saying camera, phone, controllers, I mean to say, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to record. Well, so I'm going to press start on the stopwatch just as soon as I load up the save. Where are we? Is it this one, the second one? I hope you guys remember, because I don't. And I haven't read any comments again because I'm a fucking idiot. But on the plus side, I haven't got any gaming news, so I can focus entirely on the video game. So that's good. So press that, and yeah. Oh, it might help if I actually went on there and wasn't looking at the desktop. Yes. So, yes, I did say there was going to be a drinking game with this. So whenever I criticise the game, however lightly or harshly, every time I tangent, take a swig. Every time I swear, take a swig. Starting from now. So yeah, it's too hot, by the way, so if I'm sweating my arse off, if you can see that in my piss poor quality camera caused by the Elgato, then you'll see that I'm absolutely sweating like a bastard. But I've finished all my affairs, so that leaves me free and easy to play this all day, pretty much. Woohoo. So I'm going to be going to Crystal Islands or Desert Ruins. I'm going to go to Desert Ruins first, because I really want to get this one done. There is a Bentley minigame in the previous one, and there's a Sheila one in this one. So that'll be good. Then we face off with the Sorceress. Then we do the either the Sparks Challenge or the Super Secret bonus round. And then we get whatever eggs are left and things like that. So that'll be nice and fun, I'm sure. So yeah, so I plan on doing all this today, get that done, and then after that, I still want to play Spyro. So I want to play the original games, but I will be doing it on an emulator with an Xbox One controller. So that's going to be very different. Now, I had played a bit of Spyro 1.
Must be Spyro. I've heard a lot of people talking about all the things you've done for them. Do you think you could help find my girlfriend Tara? She went off to raid the tomb of the stone golem, but I haven't seen her since. I'd go look inside the tomb myself, but, you know, there's all these scorpions.
I can't remember how Gus sounded before. He was very... his features were a lot more rounded, shall we say. He looked like the sort of gem cutters from Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. But here, he's just like a... I don't know. He looks cool. I like the character model. I like the costume as well. All the accessories, they're all very good. But not quite the same. These creatures were a lot more intimidating in the original, although actually they do look quite harmful here. The projectiles are very fast as well. Oh yeah, tangent. Gotta take a swig. Also as well, don't drink if you're underage, and you're responsible for your own drinking. I've got to make those disclaimers, I'm afraid. Now that said, oh god, I really don't like this lager anymore. I mean, they say ale, they say ale, beer, lager. I don't know these fucking things. I'm an idiot. Anyway, another tangent, I think. I don't know if it was, but fuck it, it's got to be drunk. Yeah, going back to the Spyro trilogy, I want to do the original trilogy on an emulator. Now, I played a bit of the first two games, and my god, the controls are so different to this. Like, I mean, I take so much for granted in this game. I really do. Like Spyro, when I just picked up the controller the first time today, I was like, this feels awesome. It's like I don't want to stop playing. I actually want to do this Let's Play again. And as I say, I think I will, you know, maybe next year or something like that. You know, I mean, a bit of is entirely non-committal. It's just something for me to do to communicate with my audience, and you know, it's there for those who want it. I have started on a script for a review. Shit, sorry. I've started on a script for a review, so that means that you'll be seeing less of these in theory. And also as well, I want to spend a lot of time and save a lot of hard drive space for footage of Team Sonic Racing. Yeah, just Team Sonic Racing, because I'm going to review that at some point, because I'm a kart racing reviewer. That's what I do, and I'm the best at it. Don't tell me otherwise. Anyway, I have to say I like the level details here. I don't remember these Jade or Morsit hands being so bright. The scorpion designs as well aren't great. The large scorpions, I mean. And especially the flame attack as well. I'm not a fan of that. It was a lot easier to see in the original. Because it was like, you know how like dragon bosses in video games normally look like in SNES games or NES games? They normally look like a bunch of balls on a string or whatever, and they're wiry and things like that. It looked like that in the original. It was like it just fanned out and it was easier to see. So, yeah. I'm not bothering with listening to the soundtrack again because the audio's delayed. I might listen every now and then. But I've got the audio, game audio turned down as well, because I keep meaning to change it for the longest time, but I never did. And that's why you can't hear me in a lot of episodes. I just hope I'm loud enough in this one. I mean, I can't be too loud because my neighbour's in, and I think they work nights, so I don't want to be too loud. Not that this game's going to make me slam the walls, I don't think. I mean, not for the reasons of, you know, playing it anyway.
Well, Spyro, I bet you're glad to
I'm going to have a
see
sip
me.
because I'm thirsty
It
now.
just happens that I know the password to open the door to the tomb of the stone golem, but it seems to have slipped my mind for the moment, if you know what I mean.
I like this one. This is one of my favourite Moneybags moments. Pay 800 gems to learn the password.
Very well then. The password to open the tomb is... Are you ready? Gullible.
I don't remember him saying it as so jokingly in the original. Take a swig. Oh yeah, the scorpions as well. The giant scorpions. The jade. The fire. Okay, sorry. I'm just drinking for every criticism I've leveled at the game so far. Oh dear. Anyway. So yes, I don't think he said it so jokingly here. I think he was actually quite... he's not like, tee. It was more like, it's gullible. Except without the laugh. Very sinister indeed. Oh yeah, these large scorpions here, they can only be killed with fire. If you try using a flame attack on those furnace things, they will they'll react as if they're a metal enemy, because they are. So you got to charge them. Right, I've got a bit of a problem here. Sink or singe, I like that. The camera didn't go all the way up. So you could actually see the enemy there. So I mean, that's the thing with that. It's like a shadow in a platform game. You need to be able to know where the enemy's going to go on those railings, because if you get burned, you fall off, or you take damage at the very least. I'm pretty sure you fell off though. Go here for a 25 gem and an extra life. Butterfly hunter. Now I'm just going to quickly go here because this is the end of the level and we come full circle. Oof, I say.
Well, look at you, showing up here to raid the tomb after I've done all the hard work. I've spent all day pressing switches and shoving boxes around, and you just waltz in here expecting to claim the treasure? Well, you might as well have it. It's only a lousy egg anyway.
Tara Croft in the original sounded a lot more upper class and spiteful. But she sounds great here. Keeping in the spirit of the character, I'm glad they didn't change her all that much. So yes, that's Tara. Something I noticed as well is I just noticed as you can see the home world through the portal. I like that. I like that effect a lot. Yeah, so I've taken. I mean, you guys know I've criticised this trilogy a fair bit, saying no, this is wrong and that's wrong and this isn't welcome and this is shit. And actually, no, I take a lot of it back. I have to say. I mean, to be honest, I think I'd prefer to be blissfully ignorant than to have played this game, because it's ruined my enjoyment of the original games. And yeah, it has, because I can't play the original games and look at them in the same way anymore. It's like, yes, I could admit that there was some... the controls weren't so great in the original game or in the first three games, but now they play quite badly in comparison, so maybe I need some time away from this game to get used to the old controls and be blinded by nostalgia. But yeah, it's like I have to say that the trilogy is... The Reignited Trilogy is a lot better than I originally gave it credit for. Once you play the original games immediately after, you kind of see some of the problems. Yeah, and I am objectively right in saying this. You know, your opinion doesn't matter because I am the herald of the Amethyst Drake, and everything I say is correct about Spyro. And I'm telling you now that the original trilogy wasn't as good as this one. So, well, no, I'm not going to say that they're bold as that. Jesus, I didn't mean to say that. I mean, there's some things of the original trilogy that aren't as good as the ones in here. Yeah. But yeah, it's like I can understand now why people would prefer to play this one. I mean, of course I can. You know, it's like it does control a lot better. The camera, my god, I can move in more than 2 or 4 directions. Everything's so responsive and fast. You know? It's like giving a console player a keyboard and mouse. It just changes their world and their life. It's amazing. I'm just having a look for extra gems because this place is a pain in the arse for them sometimes. I take a swig for the tangent, technically. I don't expect to get drunk off this or anything like that. It's a very safe drinking game. It's just very boring.
Super high impact underwater missile launchers. Wanna ride them and try blasting some sharks?
So you may remember from the second game. You should, because you fucking played it. For the swear.
Just watch out for the shark riders.
Hunter trained a manta ray.
JX5 underwater tracking ammunition.
JX5. Now I'm pretty sure that JX5 in the original was a reference to something. It might not have been JX5 underwater tracking ammunition. It might have been something else 5. But I'm pretty sure it was a code name for something. It was like the initials of one of the developers. I can't remember. But I don't care. So now we've got to do what we did before in... How the fuck did I miss that? 2 swigs this time? How did I miss that? No, that's the wrong tangent thing.
Try not to get hit by the exploding.
You remember before that in Lost Fleet,
Right on.
you would ride. I don't want to get it wrong because I'm gonna have to take another drink and I'm sick of it already. The submarine and shoot these sharks. I'm gonna take a swig because I need to make a tangent. You know, I always criticize myself for speaking incoherently, but when I have to pause and think about it, my sentences don't sound any better. Like the threat of drinking alcohol is, or beer. I am so clinical, aren't I? The threat of drinking beer. Another swig. Makes me have to think, and it doesn't work. Thinking doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. You heard it here first, folks. Thinking doesn't work for me. And I want to be a great game reviewer and consumer advocate. I'm shit at this. I need to focus more. Stop talking, John. Well, you need to talk, because that's the whole point of this fucking thing. Take a swig for the swearing. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Try not to get hit by the exploding ammo, okay? Ready to try again? Right on.
So I can press the square button to charge. I can use the circle button to shoot. See, this wasn't a problem before. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. Don't drink and shoot and ride manta rays, kids. I must say, this bottle is actually getting nice and frothy though. Looks really nice. But to bring it back to Spyro, and not Tangent, almost like the briny foam of the sea that we're in. It's not a tangent because it's related to Spyro. Oh, fudge. This is a lot harder than the original.
Try not to get hit. Ready to try.
I don't think I've ever... I think I've maybe died twice in my lifetime years of playing the original trilogy. I've only died twice to this minigame. And I think it's maybe because the missiles are homing, it might be because they fire more frequently. I mean, not that they're firing all that frequently at the moment. Still. Also as well, I think maybe the hitboxes are more generous in the original because I'm missing quite often. Or maybe in the original, your attacks homed in. Which they don't here. So maybe that's the problem. I have to say the environment looks nice. I'm not a big fan of the pillars in the background because again it shows that it's a circular arena and you can see the two different shades of sand, which basically again make it feel more enclosed, like you're in a snow globe or a sand globe in this case, or a sea globe. I don't know. I didn't expect to be on this level for this long, I have to admit as well. I'll take a swig. Fucking hell.
Try not to get hit
It's
by
about
the
false
exploding
ways.
ammo, okay? I don't want to scare off my new pet. Ready to try? Right on.
All this, you know, I could have just had someone just, because we have a beer drinker here, and I could have just said, can you drink this and give me the bottle? But no! I had to be a big boy, and I had to drink the fucking thing, didn't I? Take a swig. So I love these Motorhead commemorative tins, the Iron Maiden ones, the Status Quo ones. They do quite a few of them. They're awesome. They're great stuff to collect, and people who drink beer, or rather listen to heavy metal, tend to drink alcoholic goods. I don't understand. Honestly, I really don't understand why people enjoy it so much.
Where'd you learn to aim like that? Oh, by the way, Bianca won.
Shout out to all the Sadies of the world and all the other eggs that I failed to shout out. I haven't done too bad with this bottle, actually. I've got about a third of the way done. So that's not too bad. But no, I don't get that obsession with alcohol. I really don't. I don't know why people enjoy it so much. I mean, it's not that I'm saying you shouldn't drink it or anything like that. I don't myself, like, I mean, it's only like with sport. I don't get why people enjoy, you know, watching football on the telly so much. I don't get why people enjoy snooker. You know, and at the same time, though, there's people who are watching this and probably wondering, why the hell am I watching this? It's a shithead playing an alright game. That's pretty much my channel in a nutshell. It's every single video it's a shithead playing a game. We're still staying on track. I hope. I'm gonna finish the entire bottle anyway, so yeah, once that's done, the game's over for me at least. Thank Christ. That wasn't a swear, that was a derogative term? I don't fucking know. You son of a bitch. Twice now! Oh yeah. I shit YouTube for playing it, yeah. Playing an alright game. Right, there we are. Oh god almighty.
Hi, Spyro.
It's starting to taste like rancid. Come now.
I'm just off for a bit of a walkabout right now.
Not that I know what that tastes like,
Sometimes
but
you
still.
just long for the simple, old-fashioned.
No offense to Robinsons, I just haven't got the palate for it. Old-fashioned Pleasant University, yeah, don't I? Yep. So we're going to play Sheila now. Tangent. Oh, shit. I wasn't prepared for that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Now, I remember this being quite... oh, for fuck's sake, again. I'm putting this on the floor so it doesn't slam on the table all the time. And I hope I spill it over. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Fuck it, I'll take that as a free pass. Yes, I enjoyed this in the original. It's very challenging. I can't remember the name of the gem though. We'll find out what it is, because it's a fitting tribute to the side-scrolling stuff. Here we have Lester. Shout out to all the Lesters of the world, especially those who are unlikely. Unlikely to do what? I don't know. Oh, nice. Before it ignited the thing. Got it. Ah, shit. It's gonna be a slow episode. Yeah, might be 2 parts, he says. Something I do remember. Shout out to all the Pete's of the world. Fuck me. 2 sweet now. Super Spyro fan was saying that Sparks remains gold twice because of one of the mini games we did, and he does glow slightly more. Crash Kangaroo 1 and 2. Those are the names of the eggs there. Very clever. I see some gems up there that I missed. I don't know how I did that. So that's one comment I remember. I think it was yeah. I think Super Spyro fan was saying that it was A Hero's Tale that I was thinking of, where Sparks turns red at one point. I could have also been thinking of the Dark Spyro forums. You didn't think of that one, did ya? There's Platinum Sparks is there as well. I better keep it down because I'm gonna get my head kicked in. Where to now? I've got another 40 gems missing. Where the heck are they? Don't tell me you gotta do that level again. Don't tell me you're gonna go underwater again. I've got a key. That's useful. That's where the other 40 gems are then. I do believe a few people criticise the skyboxes in this game. I quite like the one here. It's very nice indeed. One thing I do like as well, it's a bit overdone, but it's all the dust flying around. I got the little blades of grass. So I'm not really getting... The thing with that is that it works when everything else responds to it. Like, the grass here isn't really responding. The grass on the floor isn't responding to it. The, Oh, I need a sparks. Oh, oh, good lord, that's grim. Like, the charge lines there, when you charge, you get those lines around the screen. That complements it quite well. But the sand isn't blowing either. So I like the effect of the grass sort of blowing along like it's pollen, but I don't quite... It's not quite doing it for me. I need to take another swig. I realise I'll do that on the portal screen. That's everything. Just curious, what was the... Swim into the dark hole. Oh no. No, sorry, that's not here, is it? Desert ruins. Destroy all seaweed. Oh, fuck it. That's what I say to that. Two swigs. Oh, God. I do not enjoy the taste of this whatsoever. I don't know why this is even a tradition anymore. I don't know. I even bothered. I think it's just to inject a bit of... I'm not going to say life. I think a bit of pain into my existence. Because, you know, things are so good here. I'm not miserable enough about the games industry. I decide to just inflict that little bit extra pain on myself. I don't have many things to say about Crystal Islands based on the original trilogy. It looked okay. Oh my god, the texture work here is so poor. What the fuck is this? This is what happens when you put gems in the wall. They come out like this.
You take my life, but I'll take yours too. You fire musket, but I'll run you through. So when you're waiting for the next attack, you better stay on, there's no turning back. If it was time for years.
It was so all these characters are called like the Magnificent, the Marvelous Magnifico, the Magnificent Mario, and all these kind of things. And I made a reference to a very grim moment in Harry Hill and Harry Hill's TV Bert. And it's one of my favourite catchphrases on the show. It's like, not magic, mysterioso! And it was, oh dear. No, it was when I was doing a Let's Play of this a few years ago when I was doing the Greasy Game Show. I think most everything here is a charge enemy. I need to take a swig. It's got a nice long neck on that bottle. I'm sure it makes it easy to glass someone. Anyway. I think I need to take another swig for that one. Hey ho, diddly do. There's gems on the wall here. See, I think... Oh yeah, these enemies can be charged if you can get in range of them. The designs for those creatures have changed completely. They were a lot more... I don't know, I think they're a lot more grumpy. Oh, this could be charged. Well, that blows my argument out of the water. No argument, what I was on about. Now, I'm convinced that there was a secret life container thing here, but I don't think there is, because that was in Bamboo Terrace, and whenever you got a little pool like that,
Would you like to see a magic trick? Watch carefully.
you've got to think that
As
there's
you can see,
lives in
nothing
it.
up my
That's how it
left
works.
and nothing up my
It's
right.
the rules.
But now, with a wave of my hands and the magic word, Alakazam!
I haven't. I'm sorry, I haven't got anything to say. I'm just. I mean, the colours are all right. I like this. That would be a nice screenshot. There. There's a lamppost reminding me of those in Avalar. Oh well, carrying on. It just I don't know. It just doesn't look like. I mean, it looks like Crystal. Shout out to them. Got to take a fucking swig. Crystal Island. But it doesn't match what it was originally. Can I jump on these? Oh. Oh. I can't jump on squares. Cubes. I mean, it wasn't there in the original, so fair play to him. But then why is it here? It doesn't even look all that great. Oh, great, I gotta go all the way around. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, I'm just not overly impressed. The wizards look okay. But no, the colour, the lighting, the textures, no. You know, maybe this is an argument for putting the game on 3 discs, so then the texture work can look better, even if it does take up more room, because it's on 3 fucking discs.
Start that work.
whirlwind over there. Abracadabra.
Or make it all digital. Now, as you can tell, these guys with spells are a limited time. So he's activated the whirligig. Oh, well, he did activate the whirligig over there, but only for a short time. So I have to get over there quite quick. Well, not quite quickly, but in a reasonable time when all this is done. Now, I sort of think, and this isn't a criticism of the Reignited Trilogy, I sort of think that's a bit of poor design, because you talk to the NPC automatically. You then spend time collecting because it's a collectathon, and then you have to go back to him, sit through the dialogue. I mean, you can skip it, but still, point remains. And then you go back and do this. No, you can't charge it. I don't know why these enemies have to be flamed. I mean, they... I get that... I mean, in the original, the animation was a lot clearer, that they superheated and exploded. Kind of like the... I think they have the same animations as the enemies in Skeeler Spiderlands.
Spyro, did you know I happen to be a very talented amateur magician? My specialty is the amazing extending bridge trick. I'd love to show you, but I'll need a small donation first. For my expenses, you understand.
The amazing extending bridge trick. So this is why he's on a sex offenders list.
Very good.
1,000 gems to see your cock. I don't think so.
Pocus, Zigglety Zen, make this bridge get long again.
And now this lager just tastes like hot urine. That's nice.
But this bear keeps spoiling it.
Take another swig of that hot urine. Oh, it's almost done. 2/3 of the way. Most useless enemy in the game. Take a swig again. Nice acorns, but I don't know why they look undead. The bat creatures though. They look a lot more horrific here than they did in the original. I like the octopuses. Oh, octopi, I don't know what the hell it is. Talk to him.
Well, I...
Damn. I didn't hit him. Oh. Poo.
Well...
I mean, as I said before, like, this works in any genre but a collectathon. It'd even work in a kart racing game. I'm just saying, Super Toy Cars developer. And Team Sonic Racing. Oh, darn! We've got to do a slide bit.
Here, you can have this. I was going to use it in a trick, but my magic, it just keeps bouncing off.
The slide, and I don't think we can cheat on this one either. Oh, steady. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to have to take a swig because I said that one to myself. Right, onwards and forever. In agony. Where to now? Ah, we're going not to the bridge. Yeah. Okay, I have to give this level some really good pointers. The design is amazing. At the end, you've got the portal, you've got the snake bridge, you've got Bentley's minigame, and now you've got the super flight. And this is fun. It was easy in the original. I mean, I suppose technically it's easy now, but... Oh, no, it isn't, because they've changed the hitboxes. Fantastic. So, you had the advantage of basically being able to go wherever the heck you wanted. Oh, you also have these as well, so you can catch it to them. Now, I like this. I like this a lot. In fact, I would love to have seen this in other Spyro games, and I don't think... I think maybe you saw it once in Into the Dragonfly, and that's it. See, this is a really good use of the island level design. Yeah? I'm not joking. That is perfect. That's perfect in a level where you're in the air, and you're not on the ground. That's fantastic. And there we are. And now, we can go in here to get the remaining gems. Because there's still some left. And an egg. Shout out to Grace and all the other dragons that I failed to shout out before. Nice hat, Grace. You look like a boy. And that's okay. So as the fireworks go off. Miserably. Take a swig because the fireworks didn't go off and I complained about it. Nothing against... 1 second, I'll take a swig in advance. Nothing against Iron Maiden or Robinsons or the Trooper. But I'm just not into this drink. I'm trying to find... I mean, fair play to me. I am at least trying to find that one drink that I could really like. Because I really want... Because I see Hobgoblin and I think that looks awesome. That's my kind of marketing. That's my kind of branding. I want to drink that beer. But then they go into things like, oh, well, it's got a chocolatey hint. And it's like, oh, I don't want a fucking hint. Swig. I almost dropped it then. What a shame. I don't want a hint. I just want it to taste of chocolate. Even if it tastes of Hobgoblin, I would drink it. It even tastes better than lager. Or ale or beer or whatever the heck it is. I'll take a swig for that one because that one wasn't fair. Right, let's go down the bridge. This one requires one hand, I'm sure. Now here's a drinking game for you. You can chug the entire duration of the bridge. But you got to chug while you play it. No, while the worst person does the bridge. Not a good idea, you'd probably die. I forgot how long this thing was. I thought it ended about here. Apparently not. Now this one controls a lot better than the original. I have to give it that. This is fantastic. This isn't like the one in Haunted Tomb. Why wasn't Tara Croft in Haunted Tomb? Probably because there weren't any block pushing puzzles. Shout out to all the Aloys of the world. Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn? I don't know. Aloy. Aloys. Aloysy. Eloise. You know what? I wish I could have done this even in the evening because I could have had a kebab with my beer. That's perfect. The amazing Randini is about to put on a display of prestidigitation. That's a word I need to use more in my lexicon. I'll go to watch the show. And if you'd like more voice acting talent, you can contact me on. This is the more traditional Bentley kind of level since the original, since the Bentley's Outpost. And it's a shame we don't really get to see many like this. Let me just check. Yeah, I was just checking his footprints to see if he had 5 toes. I don't know why. I doubt I get any Spyro points or anything, but still, I'm gonna try and get those gems before the level starts. Now, if you don't know what this is, you're gonna be in for a bit of a treat, or not. It depends on if you like it or not. I used to love. This is related to the subject, so I'm not going to take a swig. I used to love this game at the arcades in Wales. They had a fantastic arcade near the Caravan Park. I'll tell you what it is once. I'll show you what it is.
All they need is a good bonker on the head to calm them down. And you look like just the Yeti to have.
Bonk! Bash them all!
Sort them out. But be careful, my friends are trying to burrow after them.
Tell them to evacuate so I can whack the fucking things. So, whack-a-mole. So, yeah, so the arcades used to love a game. It was like a spider whacking game. And that was fantastic. I loved that. The feedback was so good on it. And you had this sexy spider voice as well. I mean, I didn't have the sexy spider voice. I mean, the machine that lit up had... I think it's a spider voice.
That did not do it. See, they've got themselves all worked up into a tizzy. You'll have to try again.
I like what they do with the moustache as well. They point it upwards.
A light attack should sort them out. But
I like the moustache designs. That deserves its own credit in the final credits. And I might let them. I might let the credits run through properly. Oh god, actually. Well, let me just check. Is there a option here? I don't believe there is. So I might have to let the credits run through properly. Oh!
well, that did not do it. See, they've got
Shamama Babadin.
a light.
Shamama Babadin. I don't know what that is. I was trying to say Shillelagh, which I think is an Irish word or a Celtic word. I'm going to get in trouble for that one, I'm sure. It's from D&D. Well, I know it from D&D anyway. It's like where you summon... you summon a stone. Oh,
Well, that did
fool.
a light.
What a fool I am. It's like you just summon a magic pebble and it like does like 2d4 damage if it hits. It's like, why? Why do I need this? D&D had some awesome spells, like some weird spells. I'm going on a tangent. D&D had some weird spells. Baldur's Gate has some that you don't think you're ever going to find a use for. I mean, actually, I tell a lie. I think a lot of the spells in that game are actually useful. It's like you have a look at the player's handbook in D&D 5. I knew that was going to happen. You have a look at the spells in the 5th edition D&D player's handbook. There's so many spells you're not going to use. Like, you're not going to seriously memorize those spells. You're not going to learn. Like, especially if you're a sorcerer. I know 2 spells and one of them's make object wet. Or whatever, you know? Like, that's not useful. I like how the the moles have party hats in the picture. I was about to say in the picture, but they actually do have them elsewhere as well. I've always had trouble with this quest, but sometimes it goes really smoothly. Because I always hit one of the wizards as they're burrowing out. But here, I'm hitting them as they're chasing after a gnome. After a gnome. After a mole. Ah, for goodness sake. There's an, Kickstarter for a game called Coffee. K-O-F-I. And it's a hand-drawn RTS. And it has moles as a troop unit. Troop type. It's awesome. I haven't backed it yet. It's a bit short of backing, but it's done quite well to say it's got 18 days of backing left. Now, one thing I don't like about this minigame is that Bentley's a bit too big. And his mace is a bit too big. So I can't quite see, like, underneath him or in front of him. Necessarily, I can't see where the wizards are. So I might end up accidentally hitting one of them. They're quite zippy in this version as well, I have to say. Which is good. Oh, I almost hit him. Now it's getting lethal. I mean, for me as well as the moles. I think the quantity of these things massively increases as time goes down. Oh, one more. Damn. One left. I've never known the timer to be that tight. But, yeah, it's because I was trying to go after the safer ones. The rate I'm killing these things is not too impressive, mind you. If their spawning is increasing around this time. I may be able to win. So you can go for the safe option and lose, or you can try and take a risk and, well, fail. So. No, they just spawn too far away. Can't get to them there. Wow! I failed that quickly. I seem to recall the moles stayed up on the surface for a bit longer. Right, I'm at a comfortable point now. I should be able to do this. Gotta get him right on the edge of the mace if I can. Ooh, almost hit one of my guys there.
Well done, and look.
That was tough, and I like it. Shout out to all the Hanks of the world who sell Mopane and Mole-Pane accessories. I'm trying so hard to come up with titles for this video. Still got gems left. Explain this to me, game. How do I have gems left? I think this will be the final part, because I've got plenty of time to do this, and I think the next part's honestly... I think the next part will only be like 10 minutes long, and well, what's the point, you know? So I don't know. Alright, we've found the chest that we need to open anyway, so we just need... How many gems do we need? Oh god, I don't know if it'll be 80. Well, there's 10. This, I think, is one of the best levels to play as one of the final levels, because you get this sense of unlimited flight. Like, this is what Spyro aspires to be, a dragon that can fly and just soar through the air and go wherever the heck they want. And it's nice. It's relieving, empowering, and other words used in even more today. And it's nice. It's nice to fly around and just explore the entire level, and there's the key. Huzzah! Hooray for me. And this hopefully will be the final gems. Looks as though it... Oh, I don't know. It's still missing about 5 gems. Yeah, missing 5 gems. But I did see an enemy that hadn't despawned over there. So that tells me that I haven't got their gem for some reason. Welcome, most esteemed dragon. There he is, slain. Interesting. No gem. Gonna look around a bit more. We've got the advantage of flight, so we can sail smoothly for the time being, at least, and just have a look from the air. We've got a distinct advantage. I was looking at that bit of purple there. Ah, I can use sparks to find the 5th gem. But not when flying. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Ha ha ha! Easily missed. Very sneaky, though. I like that. So, there we are. That's 100% completed. I need to come up with some kind of grand conclusion, but the reality is I can't. I cannot think of anything to say about the trilogy of games. It's like, it's good. If you're one of those Spyro fans who hasn't bought it yet and you're hesitant, I'll wait till the portal's finished. If you're one of those Spyro fans who has hesitated because you're worried that it'll change, yeah, it will change your experience. It will change your view of the trilogy. And it's quite interesting that this game of all games can. Right. I know where the final 2 gems are. They are in the Sparks Challenge. Let's just have a look if we can go there. Nope. So, we can't get all 15,000 gems. We can't get all 140. Nine eggs. But we can go on and face the sorceress. I just want to double check we have got everything. Then in that case, we go and face the sorceress. Now I haven't faced the sorceress in about... It must be about 16 years. This is my first time facing the sorceress, so let's see how we fare. I'll have a quick listen.
Time to kick some sorceress butt!
Oh, is that it then? No dialogue or anything? Okay, that didn't work. Oh yeah, Sparks does sparkle a bit more. He's got that sort of starry aura around his body. I don't know what the hell's going on with her run animation. That's abysmal. Do I need to bring her here? Bring it to fill it with magic? Well, she's stood at the centre now, so I assume that big things are going to happen. Any minute now? Oh, I see. I can't spam it. Okay. Well, that's fair and that's fine, fair enough. But could things please materialize into reality? Any day now. I can't fight the boss until things spawn. I remember the sorceress being a lot faster than this because I was really sodding good at it. Oh, I managed to hit her once. Well, that's okay. But, like, can things happen, please? I like the egg decorations. I like the entire map. I think this is by far one of the best maps I've seen. For a boss battle. It looks just as good as it did in the original. Well, better, because I hardly remember it in the original. But I do remember the red and white rings around the edge. I do remember the lava. Oh, so the boss is basically Gulp. Oh, this is awesome! Okay, I can see why that so many people wanted like vehicle games in later Crash Bandicoot and Spyro ones. It wasn't because of Crash at all, it was because of Spyro. That was fun. But then they did it in Enter the Dragonfly, and it was cack. It was more like a tactical shooter than anything else. It was like take a swig. SWAT 4. I don't know why I'm discerning them. Distinguishing between them. It was a SWAT game. Tactical shooter. Like a tactical tank game, like a real tank battle, which, fair enough, you know, but, God almighty, except without all, like, the Steel Battalion stuff. Like, you know, like, the 1000-button controllers. Do I get her to charge it up? I don't know. I just think this design is so appalling. I want to fight the boss already. I think there's 2 phases as well. So if I die on this phase, I've got a lot of waiting around to do, and I don't want to do that. What am I... Do I stand on it to charge it up? I mean, I can dodge all of the sorceress attacks. Like, it's not even like Gulp where the attacks sort of used to home in on you. Very effectively, I might add. Do I... Flamer? Charger? No! Can't do shit. There's my beer. Swig. It's almost done. It's good because it's going flat as a fart. I just don't know what to do. I really don't. It's like I'm running around and I've tried attacking. What now? Do I stand here and charge the thing up? It beats me. It really beats me. Or is it that I'm supposed to, you know, hit her more than the amount of times I do already? I'm sorry, I don't know. Right, so it materialised into existence then. Hit it twice, that's good. Maybe there's some audio cue that I'm missing, but I can't listen to it because the Elgato is delayed. So I don't know what's going on. That's better. Or not. I remember those things controlling a lot better than the original, but I'll accept defeat. Need to take a swig as well. There it is. Oh, I better turn my phone off as well. Timer off. I think we'll do everything in this part because I can't imagine the super bonus round and Sparks taking you know, another 40 minutes or another hour, or whatever. Doesn't the sorcerer share an animation with another enemy? I've seen that animation before. Don't tell me it's Crush. I mean, to be honest, it would be fitting. But, don't tell me it's Crush. Agent 9, I could really do with being able to, you know, do the fight. Thank you. I don't know how long it took me to get this here, but there we go, right. Better. God's truth. Like, this controls how it looks, only worse. Oh my god, the inverted controls are diabolical. Oh, and you just, yeah, no recovery whatsoever. Gee, thanks, you prick. Take a swig. It's no wonder I never faced a sorceress in 16 years. I need a sheep more than anything. Oh, never mind. Oh, and now I'm dead. And now I've got to do all that shit again. Gee, thanks, controls. Right, let's see if I can get this done a bit faster. What have we learned? Standing on things makes them appear, I think. Next. One of our attacks homes in. Right, next. The controls for one of the things is shit. Right, there we go. That's nice and easy. See, if this is consistent now, I take it back. I really will, because I think that's fair. So I think what you got to do is you got to jump as though you were actually mounting the thing rather than just standing near it and charging it up or whatever. But because I've never seen this mechanic before, it's not that intuitive. Oh, yeah, I can only get one strike out of it. Okay. As long as she's not doing damage to me when she pulls me out of the vehicle, I'm fine with that. Anytime you're ready, Agent. There we are. Thank you. I take that back then. Right. That's a lot better. I mean, why the vehicle couldn't just be there in the first place, I have no idea. That would have been a lot better. Instead of having to materialise when you jump on it. Also makes it a lot easier to see as well. I know I've done a lot of ranting. I realise I should have taken a swig by now. I will later. God almighty, aiming this thing is shit. But I can't turn down the infinite ammo and, you know, the basically invincibility as long as I'm in the air. Or not. Oh, maybe. Couldn't quite hit me with that attack there. The tank was fun, the turret less so, the spaceship, it looks fun. I want the spaceship to be fun, because I think this is basically now going to be, in Phase 2, that's the entire fight. Wait. Shout out to all the Georges of the world. Nice animation as well.
Just defeated a sorceress, rescued the dragon eggs, and restored freedom to the lost dragon worlds. What you plan to do next, hmm? Perhaps a nice vacation in Dragon Shores, hmm?
You're a real comedian sometimes, Bentley. You know, I still have to find the rest of the dragon eggs. Plus, Hunter seems to have disappeared again, so I should go make sure he's not in more trouble. You haven't seen him, have you?
What? Me? Oh, no. If I do happen to encounter him, however, I will most certainly inform you immediately.
It's a funny thing, Spyro. I adjusted Avalar's portals to take me to the Dragon Worlds, but somehow I ended up here. Maybe my coordinate tables are out of date.
Yeah, by 1,000 years.
That would explain why the book was so cheap.
So now that you're done saving the world again, are you gonna visit me in Avalar?
Sure, Laura, but I still have to find the rest of the eggs, and, well, Hunter's disappeared again.
Did you say Hunter? Well, hey, I can help. I just saw him sneak off with him. Agent 9, isn't that a Rhinoc over in those bushes?
Rhinoc! Ooh, let me at him. You want a piece of me, Rhinoc boy? Hey, laser punk! Come on now. No fair hiding.
I'm sure Hunter is in good hands. I'm sure he will turn up soon.
Promise you'll come visit Avalar soon, okay?
Now, how many times have I told you not to taste that moose?
It was Billy's idea. Yeah.
Is that true, Billy? Hold that thought, Billy. Spyro, great to see ya.
Hi, Sheila. I've been looking for Hunter all day. Have you seen him?
Sorry, Spyro. Hunter made me promise not to tell you where they went.
They...
You didn't hear anything from
Gender neutral language.
Oh, no.
sight, Sparks. Another noble warrior falls victim to the plague of love. Just look away. Well, I guess we'll have to find the rest of the eggs by ourselves.
Come on, Spyro. Take a little break. Let's watch the show.
So there you have it. That was the Spyro Reignited Trilogy at long last finished. Even though you did get a fake ending at the end, which I'm not happy with because there was simply no more way I could get the extra 200 gems to my knowledge, which are in the Sparks world, which we can't access until we defeated the Sorceress, and the final eggs again that require us to do the stuff after the Sorceress. But that was a problem in the original, and at least you get a damn good ending. It's not like Crash where it forces it into your face and you're constantly reminded of your failure and you resent yourself for the years and years of torment that it causes you. But otherwise, yeah, it's a great ending. I quite enjoyed it. I was about to say that I don't like how this kind of the third game of the series basically facilitates a story arc. Like, Spyro's only there just to push Hunter and Bianca's love arc along, like a wheelman. But honestly, I don't really mind it as such. You know, I had a lot of good fun with Spyro. But that's the problem with a lot of these sort of vehicular combat kind of stuff that or characters like Rayman in Raven Rabbids. The character exists only to facilitate everything else, to only ferry them along. But yeah, I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed playing this trilogy of games. It was it was good. It was damn good fun, and I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I recorded my first impressions. If you're one of those Spyro fans who's waiting to see obviously the most qualified person to talk about Spyro, then yeah, absolutely get it. It's a great game, and I sort of it doesn't have a lot of the magic I was hoping for, but then again, that's not going to happen with any of these remasters. I will still always prefer the original games, warts and all, and there are a lot of warts that have been revealed thanks to this game that I'm not overly happy about, but if you want to break that illusion of nostalgia, this is a great game. For that, it does that incredibly well. We're just going to sit through the credits for a little while and talk as it goes on. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It has been a great... I'll just take this off now. I wish they had some more art for each of the games. Excuse me, instead of just showing the same stuff from Spyro 1. I finished my beer, so I can't continue with that charade anymore. At least I'm well hydrated. I say that, actually. I'm probably not, because it's sticky as all hell. And it lost its cold quite quickly. I wish I had more to say at the moment. I mean, as I'm just watching these Interesting that in one of the artworks there, they show a dragon carving out the fairy of Zoe, but Zoe wasn't in the first game as a named NPC, and yet, so I guess that means that they must have met after the second game, or during the second game. And I mean, it's not a thing with the Reignited Trilogy. Oh, her arm's also fallen off, I've noticed as well. Fantastic. But in the original trilogy, like, Elora just comes out of nowhere. It's like, I get that the portals have been reactivated and whatnot. Still, it just kind of seems out of place to have Elora there when she hasn't really done anything in the originals. in the original Spyro Year of the Dragon. Still, she is my favourite character of the trilogy, besides Spyro, obviously. But yeah, damn good fun. All round. I don't know what all these different studios are. The G Factory, the Car Wash. I'm guessing those are like names of studios, that like sort of subdivisions or studios. I'm not quite sure. I think we've pretty much seen all the devs that we wanted to. Beanox, Sanzura, Vicarious Visions. I'll just see what studio comes up next and I'll decide if we're going to skip all this. But yes, shout out to all the people who worked here on this game. See how many people are working in the industry just on this one game. And yeah, there's a lot of people there that I think all deserve, better working conditions and rights. Like you see all these people and you think there's got to be some unionization. Anyway, I'll just skip this if I can, thank you. Right, so now we've got 147, so we need 2 more eggs. I know where we're going to get those, but first, we must see where the adventure leads us. Any minute now. Would you look at that with surprise money bags for once.
Don't worry, Spyro. I won't be needing any more of your money. Now, don't look so surprised. I found one of the dragon eggs. And I'm going to sell it for a fortune back at Evelar. Uh-oh. Why are you looking at me like that? I've got to be going now. Toodles!
One of the most satisfying moments in the trilogy of games is getting all the money back from him. Now, this, I'm not going to say this was hard, but it was a lot more difficult, partly because of the controls, but I think it moved a lot faster as well. And I think that line that Moneybags had there was actually one of the better ones that he's done in the entire trilogy. Well, I say trilogy, it's more like the the original 3 games, but still. And I don't know how many gems he drops exactly. Must be about maybe 10,000, about 1,000 each time. The game just still trying to count them up desperately. You know, I have to wonder if it wasn't because of a single enemy in the first game, this might never have been a thing. You know, would you be doing this if it weren't for the enemy in the robber Nork, the one with the sack of loot? They would only drop like 3 gems or 5 gems, and he was only in that like the lobby in the Dragon Realms, the Artisan's home world. Never thought that before. I think eventually he'll give up the ghost. There we go.
Drat! Double drat! Drat, 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 drat! I never knew dragons were so fast. That's it. I give up. I'm retiring to Spooky Swamp to become a haiku poet.
Shout out to all the owls of the world, or AIs, maybe. I think it was owls. Through Crystal Islands for them. Oh, good. Yes, it's been a lovely journey to have played all of these games, and now we're coming up to the end. We've still got a few more things to do. Let's get these done and over with.
The sorceress's big, fat, ugly butt. She built a
Steady on, Zoe!
big bugs. They're meant to fight Spyro.
This is a 7+.
They're any match for him.
A Bugbot Factory bonus world. Let's make ourselves known, shall we? Yes, it's been a good journey. I'm thankful for all my viewers who have made it fun. A few commenters I've had, it's been delightful, and I'd love to see you again in the trilogy, the original trilogy that I do. I've completely forgot the controls, so I've forgotten how to. There we are. Oh, there's a thief. That's quite clever. Pull back. Ah, there we go. Oh dear. So yeah, so the series is done, though I would certainly hope you're going to stick around for this last part. I have to say I'm very much impressed by the viewing figures as well. Thank you ever so much for the views, and as well for how long people are watching as well. I'm really glad to see that people are watching, you know, if not the full length, and at least a good majority of it. It is a pleasure to make content here, and it's good to have some content out just while I'm trying to get games to review and get notes for those reviews. Because it's nice to just chill out and play a game every now and then and have some fun with it. But yeah, I'll be glad to take a break for a couple of days. You know, if that, you know. And then move on to the original trilogy if I feel like it. And I would certainly hope that I do feel up to it, because if I don't, it'd be a massive shame to do that, but to not have a look at the original trilogy and see how it goes. Although I know that I get very frustrated with a lot of it, but hopefully that frustration will be deserved, or perhaps not. It should be that. You know that anything that pisses me off is because I'm completely wrong. We'll have to see. Not much to say about this level, I'm afraid. It's very much the typical the fare that you would expect from the levels. Now you've seen them all by now. Bloody hell, that one's a bit evasive. So yeah, I don't know what the final boss is going to be like. It'll be very interesting to see. And I don't know if I've turned the map on or not, because I noticed that that's off. Apparently there's no map for these levels. I'm sure that applied to the previous ones, I just don't remember. I have to say, I love the aesthetic. If it was in line with Robotica Farms, then I'd definitely get behind that. I would not accuse it of you know, asset flipping or anything like that. So yeah. Well, appears as though Sparks does get his extra health cut from. From the previous game, mini games as well. And it does carry over into here. So it's good. There we go. So I think when you grab the key, the enemy dies. So that's quite good. And now, oh, right, we're up against the boss. Very nice indeed. Now I know I've made my distaste for the dragon boss in Fireworks Factory known, but I have to admit, this one's quite interesting. A worthy final boss, if I may say so myself. And shout out to all the Annabelles of the world. Debugging, I like that one. That was very clever. And now we're 100% complete. Well, near enough. Oh my god, I actually managed to finish this in 1 hour and a half and not 3. That was quite good. I think it's got to be larger as well. That one must be about 275 milliliters. That's 500. Bloody hell.
Remember, sparks can break open treasure chests, and using the guide.
Okay, so I don't know what you got from this one. I think Super Spyro Fan had said that in this one you get something else, but I can't remember what it was. In the original trilogy, though, doing the Sparks level would get you the ability to find gems and things like that. So, can open treasures and using the guidebook walk to any level you want. Oh, I think that was another thing as well. Is that you could go to you could travel to the world just by clicking on it. So, oh shit. Well done, John. Well done on asserting yourself as the #1 authority in all things Spyro. I'm sure I'd managed to die in Morning Lake if I was there right now. I forgot what was it called. Sunrise Spring. That's why there's no Spring Homeworld, because it's called Sunrise Spring in the second game. This is the super bonus round. I wasn't kidding when it's called the super bonus round. It looks spectacular. That is how your final level should look. I like Harbour Speedway there. My god, this game is gorgeous. So, let's see what this one's all about. It's been a very, very long time since I have been here. I think I've only been here only once. So we'll see how this goes. Oh. Okay, so we've got 15,001 gems. What is this? Woo! The secret egg! 1 out of 5,000 gems, okay.
Hey, you finally made it, Spyro. Hunter was a little worried about you when you went off to fight the sorceress, but I always knew you'd beat her. This place is where the sorceress kept all her treasure, but after she was defeated, a bunch of thieves came and stole it. If you can catch the thieves, you're more than welcome to keep the treasure. Oh, by the way, Hunter is around here somewhere. He's been tinkering with one of his new toys all day, and he wants to show it off. You should go see him.
Thank you, Bianca. Let's just have a quick look around at the super secret bonus round and enjoy ourselves a little bit. So, there's a nice little thing down there that requires 17,000 gems. There's numerous doors that require a number of gems. God, this takes me back to the really old Collectathon days. Oh, it's so good to see it. Look at that. That's why your game's capped at 30 FPS. Because of effects like that. This looks not exactly how I remember it, but it's as close to the original as it's going to get, given the engine, the art direction, all that kind of stuff. It looks brilliant. It's nice to see the thieves in good lighting as well. Yeah, it looks really good. See that? Oh, shit, we got flying sheep saucers as well. One thing I might have suggested to the developers is perhaps add fairies, you know, the ones from High Caves, to this level, so you don't die. Because that's the last thing you need after, you know, however many challenges you've gone through in the game. But, oh, this is good fun. This is really good fun. But yeah, seeing the doors was like, it's like, not Glover, I think it's like 40 Winks and the like, games like that. I don't know, it's just nice to see. Because, like, I mean, in Spyro, I will never see a portal that is locked to me. Because I will always have enough dragon eggs to play that level, you know. Or in the original Spyro 1, it's like I will always be able to go to the next lobby because I've already got the gems, the eggs, the dragons, all that good stuff. So this works very much like the first game with Nasty's loot, in that you use the UFOs and things like that to take out these sheep sources and get gems from them, and then you'd go into other places. I don't remember all the mini games and stuff. I just want to make sure I've got all the gems because I am determined to complete this. But yeah, it's enchanting to honestly, it's like. These parts feel the best, besides the sorceress, when you're playing a level that you haven't played in years, and even if you didn't enjoy it all that much, it's one that, you know, just by virtue of not having seen it in a while, you know, tickles your nostalgia bone in all the right ways. So I think I've got all the gems I can get for now. Let's go through this first door. What waits on the other side? Aha!
Hi, Spyro. Did you see Bianca? She was really worried about you when you went off to fight the sorceress. It was pretty funny. She tries to play it cool, but she was scared stiff until you came back safe.
Just noticed something to criticise. Hunter's paws there.
Why don't you try taking it for a spin?
The claws on them don't look
Take myself for a spin?
very good. So gonna ride the submarine?
Hop.
I didn't see the second paragraph that it said. Just too busy talking about its claws. Oh goody! We get to do this again. Because that's what I like in a Spyro. That's what I like in a platform video game. It's not platforming. Or in a collectathon. I'm not collecting a thon. That makes me wonder where the term marathon comes from. Although I do like, no, I tell a lie. I quite like the submarine minigame. It's grown on me like a fungal parasite. How charming! But no, the aesthetic is fantastic. I don't like the lighting necessarily, but I do like what it's doing. Just want to have an explore. Now, did I come from there? I did.
Great.
Okay, so don't go in the tower, John. Right, that's something I understand. Oh, great, I've got to start all over again. My political advisors informed me that this shouldn't take too long. I know this isn't the best part to end a you know, a series this long. You know, the video's essentially ended, but and I'm not expressing it, but I really do enjoy this. I do enjoy seeing the final bonus levels, and whatever criticisms I may have are only very minor when you sort of, you know, when I feel the joy that I do of seeing a level that I haven't played in Yonkey's dears. Right, so we can't go in that tower there. Can we go in this one here? I like that as well. I remember as well those faces. I think they were more serpentine than they were. I don't know. I mean, I think they look like monkeys. Evil monkeys. Them's evil monkey faces, them are. So we got all the gems. So I'm used to being teleported out of the submarine because, you know, you kill all the submarines and then you get out of the you get teleported back and you take the egg. Well, there is no egg. I like the dazzle effect going on with the tower there. That takes me back to the original second game, with the orbs and how they used to glint and dazzle. So now we've got more orbs. Sorry, gems. We can continue on. Oh, and another door's opened. Let's go here. Oh, shit.
This is the world's fastest.
I remember this one. I remember now why I haven't played this in years. I think this is where I just gave up. In fact, I used to play this a lot at my neighbour's house, and I used to do the sorceress fight because they struggled with it. So I'd do this for them and other such things, and this was a pain in the arse. But it doesn't seem so bad now. It controls very responsively. Oh. Or not. Something happened and I don't know why. But getting all the gems as well is a pain in the arse here. I'm glad I didn't finish my first Let's Play of this on the Greasy Gamer Show, because I would have hated this, and I wouldn't have been good enough to do it. It's a very long course. Ah, fuck. And yeah, thank you. Gotta kill me sooner so I can get back on the fucking track. Might as well restart. Oh. I wonder for how long I can explore. Or eventually I hit a wall. This might end quite quickly, to be honest. Or not. Now, I could go further on, or I could check the gems over here. Because I see some that I'm missing. Which I'm not going to be able to get from that height. That's okay though, we'll carry on. All I really want to do is grab the gems. Winning the race is not a requirement for me as such. Honestly, it's like I would like to be able to complete this and get the, you know, super bonus footage in, but I don't expect to be able to win this because I'm terrible at this kind of stuff. You know, I was in 7th and 6th place, so the chances of me actually doing it properly are minimal. And the gems I'm getting are piss poor anyway, so it's not like I'm going to get much out of playing this properly. I don't know the strategy either. It's like this is a map that I think requires a lot of understanding and studying to know which route is the best. A lot of trial and error that I don't really have the time to do, I'm afraid. There's some gems up there, but I can't get those right now. I'll do the race again. I think I've got all the oh shit, there's things up there as well.
So, ready? Right on!
Now, this... Oh, fuck you. This reminds me of a level in a kart racing game that I was playing a few months back called Mickey Speedway USA. Now, if you've not played Mickey Speedway USA, consider yourself blessed. Because the final level of that is horrible. I mean, it's absolutely disgustingly hard. It's on an icy track like this, except with even less control over your kart, right? But then, to top it all off, sorry, not to top it off. Like, you got incredibly harsh terrain. You've got like really thin roads like this, and if you die, the consequences are just as dire as they are here. What the hell happened with that rocket? You know, we actually stand a chance here. You and I. Goddamn right I'm not second place. But yeah, Mickey Speedway USA. If ever you've played the final level of that, the ice level, oh, it's horrendous. I mean, I think there is actually one level after that that's like on the hardest difficulty, but fucked if I'm doing that. I've noticed as well there's no map. I can't blame the devs whatsoever for that. Jesus, imagine trying to have to make the map for this. I'm gonna crash into this prick here. Oh, we can't. Well.
You schooled them like a bunch of frostbitten, flat-footed, molasses-eating, lead-pants-wearing, cross-eyed glacier trolls riding slabs of plywood with sandpaper on the bottom. Yeah, we got some shiny stuff too.
Oh dear, I like his insult there. I can't move until this is finished. Gee, thanks. Oh, come on! $18,775. Great. Can we go on to the next place now, please? There's this one here as well. Oh! Nice! So I'm guessing the 20,000 gem door is... is going to be like a sort of I don't know, permanent super flight and super flame. Sorry, I just like doing things like that where you get to like the highest peak and then you just sit there and look around and you act all proud of yourself. Can't do that here though. There's towers over there that I really want to go to as well, but I can't. Not fair. In fact, you know what? I wonder if the towers over there, are actually the ones in Midnight Mountain. Yeah. Oh. No, that's the Sorceress's. That's the Sorceress's Arena. In fact, I think we might be going there later. Or perhaps the 20,000 gem thing. Whatever it is. Thank God I don't stream, because I'd have people spoiling that for me. I mean, I'd have to read the comments and, well, Honestly, I can't figure out streaming for the life of me. As I said earlier, in an earlier episode, I'm a dinosaur. I want to go into this. There's a hole here. Let me in. Let me in. I can hear noises. I think someone's inside. I'm not sure. I mean, not inside the game. I mean, inside the house. Wow, I really got all 5,000. I swear to Christ, if I was missing a single gem, I would lose my shit. So here we are at the 20,000 gem door, going into the old portal. Oh, hello. Oh, shit.
I don't know how she did it, Spyro, but the sorceress must have survived that last battle. She's been waiting here all this time, saving up her magic to destroy you.
2 hours we've been at this.
Your best chance at defeating her is my flying saucer. I've cast some spells to give it extra firepower and unlimited flying time. The rest is up to you.
Oh, God.
Far, Spyro, I know you can beat her.
I am dreading this. Yes, I know I can beat her, eventually. I'm gonna lead my shots without getting in a blasters. If she fires from behind, who I made from. Oh my god, that's no. Right, I can't charge with this thing. I don't like it already. At least it controls better than in the minigame. God almighty. Oh, shit. Well, this is fun. This is a good final battle. It's a shame it's a fake out ending. So it's the real ending. I mean, at least they did sort of imply that the sorceress had survived with, you know, the whole reaching out of the lava pit. And completely unscathed, too. Am I taking damage? I don't think I am. Unless maybe it has the spaceship has to be hit and I die. I've been hit twice. Oh, she's only firing once. That's good. Not too early, not too late. See, I try to fire early and then I fire too late. Straight after. Why were the two sorceress bodies falling in the water? Tell me that happened. Yeah. Very good. Shout out all the yin yangs of the world. Or yins and yangs. Sod that. Right. Not watching the credits again for the fourth fucking time, however many times it's been. So yeah, that really is it. I'll let this screen finish because I know sometimes it fucks up the audio. once again, and I really do mean it from the bottom of my heart, thank you ever so much for watching this series. It has been an absolute pleasure to make this content for you, and it's been brilliant knowing that there's an audience that wants it. I can only hope that you know, it has been worth every single second. Of course, being me, it probably won't be. Now, I still don't know what the hell's over there. I don't know how to get there either, so please spoil away as to how one gets over there. I could check YouTube, so if you'd rather, if you think you're wasting your time explaining it to me in a comment, by all means don't answer, but yeah, otherwise I'd love to know how to get over there, because there's some lives over there. I don't know. How do you get over there? That's a mystery, perhaps for another time, perhaps for the original trilogy of games. I'm going to head off to first lobby for a bit of nostalgia. What the hell? But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It's been wonderful. I've really enjoyed making the series, and my first and final impressions have been not solid all the way through. Solid only as in I know it's not going to be as good as the originals, but let's be honest, it controls really well. And it remains true to the original games in the gameplay aspects, in that, you know, things like enemy reaction times are massively improved, that the collectibles are still there in the right places, that the amounts are all correct, all this stuff. It's fantastic. Yes, some bosses have been easier, some bosses have been harder, but generally a fantastic experience. Now, I won't be able to say the same for Crash Team Racing Nitro Refueled, or any of these other games. I really do think these developers want to make their own game, and I'd rather that than a compromise. I'd rather they either stick with the original, or do what the hell they want and go balls to the wall crazy, and make it known, make it clear before purchasing it. Because this tries to compromise, and doesn't do it as well as it could, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm just going to return to where we started. Has Zoe got any advice for us? Yes, she does. Oh, no, sorry. It's passive camera stuff. But yes, am I going to go for skill points? No. I probably won't be doing that in the original trilogy either, especially when you don't have a book telling you what the skill points are until the very end of the games, even though it's only 2 of them. In fact, I don't think skill points are in the first one. I failed to remember already. So, that has been Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I thank you ever so much for watching again. I do apologise, I'm just trying to drag this out because I don't want to finish playing. I really don't. So we ought to play the first trilogy, haven't we? So I'll do that maybe. Again, thanks. And I'll see you later. I'll just get back on the desktop there. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, if you haven't bought it already, get it. It's fantastic. Alright, I'll see you later. Ta for now.